Let's get back to another round of Brewsday Tuesday with DreZ and Big Nate.
Hey, if you weren't feeling good already, man, having to finish off the rest of that can just
Yeah.
during that song, it'll do it to you. So we're doing club tails, excuse me. They're the cocktails in a can. And if you're watching on the Facebook or the YouTube, then you know I'm wearing my original Misfits shirt and it's got Misfits in purple. And I'll be damned if that doesn't just really, really compliment it.
You color coordinated your club tail.
I have the grape cocktail, which is a beautiful, beautiful purple as well. It says juicy, bold, and crisp, the perfectly grape concoction. I'm hoping this just tastes like really, really awesome grape soda that'll get me drunk because it's 10%.
I think I've got the same thought as you. I've got the pink lemonade cocktail.
Yeah.
Refreshing cocktail inspired by the classic pink lemonade. So I mean, again, there's no ingredients list on here, that 10% ABV, but it's hard to go wrong with pink lemonade. From what I understand is basically just lemonade with food coloring.
Yeah, I always did like pink lemonade. I mean, anytime that's an option, it's always good. Lemonade, good lemonade is fantastic. And I will say this grape is, of course, nice and purple, and it's reminiscent. I feel like we've talked about this before. My grape Dimetap love as a child. Do you remember the liquid grape Dimetap?
I do.
Do you remember it tasting delicious?
Yeah, I was more of a Robitussin kid.
Okay. I don't know if I told this story or not, but I always loved grape Dimetap, and this was I guess it was a cold kind of medicine when you were for children, and I always thought it tasted so good that at one point I got the bottle and drank it. And I don't think I drank that much, but I drank enough that I vividly remember my mother freaking out and calling like poison control and thinking, I'm gonna die from OD on Dimetap.
So edgy, he OD'd on Dimetap.
Yeah, but thankfully it was fine. I think I was still even as I don't know, 5-year-old, I was responsible. I knew I shouldn't chug the whole bottle. I just poured like another little cap-size bit and just drank some extra
shot by shot
because it was just delicious.
The only way to take cough syrup.
So here's the question. Oh, it smells like grape Dimetap. Well, here we go. Yeah, that tastes like grape. In fact, it does taste like grape versus purple drink. I'm trying to remember how and where I had this conversation recently about purple drink and how purple was just like a flavor back in the day. Like it was just, that was the thing, purple drink.
There are certain flavors. Like, has anyone ever in their life seen a blue raspberry? Blue is just a flavor.
Yeah, what the hell was up with that?
There's no blue raspberries. They're red.
Yeah.
It's
its own thing.
What Gatorade do you want? Cool Blue? Cool Blue. That's the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
What's in it? They're not going to tell us.
Yeah.
But I do. That's when you know, like, you're buying the cheap crap.
When you get a color versus an actual flavor.
It's not a real flavor. What is this?
This is not.
Well, they can't be legal.
But the thing is all the other flavors, I'm using air quotes there because, yeah, it's not the actual stuff anyway. So at least they're more honest about it. They're not sugarcoating it. No pun intended. They're like, hey, this is not really, we're going to say it's kind of this, but we're throwing this word in there as well to make it obvious that it's not actual strawberries you're drinking in this concoction.
K-Dog was in here drinking a Minute Maid Blue. It was like blue punch. And I looked at the ingredient list and it was apples and pears. There's not a berry in there, nothing that should be blue. And I was like, that's
blue punch.
And they were bragging about the fact that it contained less than 1% juice.
Well, what is it? Is this some like a canned drink?
It was a bottled drink. It was like unhealthy. I mean, it looked as blue as that blue Hawaiian did.
So like a soda bottle,
Yeah.
20 ounce. I guess I do remember drinking Minute Maid 20-ounce bottles.
remember
back in the day.
Fruitopia?
Of course,
When
dude.
people had a Fruitopia vending machine. Man, like,
Everybody was sitting.
how did they ever eliminate that from their lineup?
I was wondering that too, man. How did they go out of business? It was huge.
Yeah, it's delicious.
All
too.
those flavors. Yeah, Fruitopia went by the wayside, man. But that was the vending machine in middle school. I will say that.
And then the Sobeys that came in glass bottles.
Sobeys were, I was not a huge fan of the Sobeys.
They were definitely just successful because of their branding campaign with that cool lizard and the way they marketed so aggressively at younger people.
Yeah, that was not my thing. Fruitopia though, that was, yeah, they had some crazy. I can't even remember a specific one or flavor, but I just remember everybody loved Fruitopia. When that machine came into the school, it was huge.
And I mean, it can't have been real juice or at all healthy for you, but schools just bought into it.
Maybe that's why it went out. Maybe somebody finally, the FDA finally cracked down.
Yeah,
All right, what is this? Because the kids are drinking it like coffee, and it's probably a problem.
I think they went on to create Four Loko. It's got to be it. It's a parallel move, and then Four Loko had the rug pulled out from under them. They're like, we can't do it again.
What it is, they're following the generation. Okay, they drank Fruitopia when they were kids. What can be the alcohol version of that?
Eventually, we're gonna hit a point. It's just gonna be like some sort of digestive supplement made with prunes. Same marketing. It's Miralax, but edgy.
Oh man,
who would like? Now you got like Jamie Lee Curtis doing like commercials for the yogurt that keeps you regular. Who would be our equivalent?
That's great. That's a great question. All right, so we'll go with. So it's got to be somebody from our generation, right?
I think it's going to be
like right around there. It'll be somebody slightly older that makes you feel like they were your generation.
Steve-O or Johnny Knoxville are going to be doing commercials like that.
You might be right. That's probably about spot on. Yeah, they're all like sober now and everything.
I'm Johnny Knoxville.
Like,
welcome to Digestive Health.
Oh man. Oh, that's good. That is good. So did you have a good weekend?
I couldn't complain if I did. Bad.
Well, you could.
I actually did nothing for once, which is a glorious. Got a bed.
Dude, that's
king size.
You finally got that bed, did you?
Yeah.
The futon, you're finished with the futon.
I still love that futon. It's going nowhere. It was justified. For those listening, the futon is not a like my wife made me sleep on a futon. I guess she kind of did. We're moving
Not like that,
our
though.
7-month-old into his room, which also happens to have a sweet futon. And separation anxiety being what it is, we've slept for a few nights this last week in the room with him as he's getting acclimated to his surroundings.
But it works out because your all's mattress sucked.
Yeah, our mattress sucked so bad. Like the first night after waking up on the futon, I was like, I got a solid 8 hours. I don't feel sore. Like, it was a good night's sleep. The next night, I was like, okay, it's definitely the futon. Our mattress is that damn bad. So trigger was finally pulled.
Yeah, that's one of those things, man. You don't think about it till you get older. But a good mattress is so damn important, and they're expensive. But, dude, money well spent on a good mattress. So did you get the new one? You've been sleeping all right? Because, I mean, they're not cheap.
How much at all?
I mean, I don't want to.
But it's supposed to be like a 10-year investment.
Yeah. I mean, in theory, it's supposed to be 7 to 10 years.
What you do is you find a closeout sale or a store that's going out of business. All in. We don't have a frame yet because we got to order a new frame. We've got a system we've used for years that'll work. So it's just a box spring and the mattress on the floor, but made it out under $1,000. So we'll see.
That's not bad. I remember when I was a kid, I thought it was so cool having just the box and then the mattress on the floor. I don't know why, but now it's like that's way too low, and
I want
that's
to
not
say,
good.
if we keep up with that, the way our bedroom's set up, that's just not going to work.
No.
Because we need that extra storage space. It's where all our like winter sweaters and stuff live, is under the bed. Otherwise, our closet will be.
Are you a king, queen?
King?
King.
That was the other thing, is we had to go to a king because the kids are getting bigger. There's just not enough damn room in that bed.
You know, it's funny. I'm team king all the way. And BB always tries to say, it's because you don't want to snuggle with me. It's like, no, because if you've learned anything about me, I sleep hot. I can't have you touching me.
Yep.
It's hot. And what's funny is every time we stay at a hotel or something with a king bed, she always says how great the bed is. It's like, oh yeah, you like this king size bed? So yeah, I mean, we're right on that cusp. I think the mattress we're on is about 7 years. I'm not my back has been having issues for a long time, so I'm ready to switch it up. I think what I'm going to do is our main bed, queen size, will become like the guest
Yep.
room deal.
And that's what you
we
do.
need to upgrade to a king.
Because you don't want a guest to show up and stay too long.
Yeah.
Give them back pain after a few days.
Exactly. And honestly, the mattress is probably fine, but it's just not to my liking any longer. You know, I don't have the same back I did 7 years ago, unfortunately.
That's right now, because our two oldest share a room and they're campaigning, and I think they may win. They want our old bed because they sleep right now. I hope they stay this close forever, but like their beds just sit side by side.
So they just share a bed, basically.
Yeah. So they just want, and I'm cool with it. The wife's like, I don't know. He's about to turn 5. That's a little weird. I was like, it's only weird if you make it weird.
Yeah.
Eventually, they're going to want their own rooms, and they're going to
they
separate,
will.
and then you're going to be sad.
When they realize it's a bit weird, then they'll
Yeah.
want something else.
But
otherwise, that's
right
fine. That's
now,
nice that
yeah.
they're good and close. That's good.
Exactly. That was my thinking as well. I never had siblings I was that horribly close to. So I'm a little jealous, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, me and my brother shared a room. Obviously, we were 2 years apart, and we had the bunk beds, and
So much room for
it
activities.
was bunk beds, and it was side by side. You know, we went through phases. They could stack or they could be separate. So you kind of go through ways, and you know.
She did say, like, the next beds we get for them. So I think she's coming around to my thinking on it. The next beds we get for them will be bunk beds. And I was like, well, you're not putting the oldest on top. You realize that, right? She's like, he's not going to go up top. He's too afraid. Okay, good.
That's probably
because Evie will be fine. She'll jump off it. I used to be the top bunk kid, and I had no problem just jumping off. Then never needed the ladder. My stepbrother always thought it was funny to hide the ladder so I couldn't get down because it was detachable. It's like, first of all, I was always a tall kid, so it's like it's not that far to the
you
ground.
can figure that out.
I'm also not afraid.
Yeah,
but there was a period where I was sleepwalking, and that was dicey.
Oh,
Apparently, I'd climb out and like climb over him in the middle of the night, and he would get real pissy about it. And it's like, well, I can't help it. I have no recollection of this occurring. I slept great, thanks.
Yeah, if you got a kid with sleepwalking, sorry, there was a car. I thought there might have been an accident or something going out there. A car went by really slowly. It's 55 miles out on that road, but this guy was creeping, so I didn't know what was going on. But, yeah, if you're maybe sleepwalking, you probably don't want to be on the top bunk. I think that's fair.
Well, yeah, 100%. So we'll see how things shake out. But
I also think it's probably time to go ahead and rate these cocktails because I don't even know. We've been rambling for a while. I'm feeling good. 10%ers, 10% without eating. That'll do it. How you liking the pink? Does it taste like pink lemonade? Can you taste the booze?
You can definitely taste the booze. It tastes like I let a Sprite go flat and then mixed it with pink lemonade Burnett's, which I know may sound like a bad rating, but it's taking me back to my college days.
Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't sound that great.
It's a 3.5. I would drink this one again.
3.5 is right where I'm at with this grape cocktail. Again, it goes down pretty easy. I don't know if I'd want to drink an entire one. I'm glad we're splitting it and spreading the I don't know if I'd call it love, but yeah, it's one of those ones where it's okay, yeah, I can drink this, but quickly you'll realize I don't want to drink all of this. So it's actually I'm gonna give it 3.25.
All right.
3.25. That being said, the Long Island has probably been my favorite so far. Because that one tastes more like a cocktail and it's boozy. It was very boozy, like you had mentioned, but I kind of like that. I like to be able to taste my booze.
Like overall, the Blue Hawaiian was my favorite. It tasted like a candy. I can't remember what it was though. But I haven't had the grape yet.
Candy is dandy. You'll see what you think of the grape. That's a wrap on Brewsday Tuesday. We will take a break and then we'll get back with some tunes, just tunes, right here on 105.3 The Bear. Stick around. See you.